Hello, and welcome to my Revision Zero review. I know this is a bit late, but here it is anyway. I really enjoyed the mission. It was really epic, getting to go to space like in the Deepstone Crypt. It was just really good mission overall. Really excited to play it every week, and yeah, I definitely recommend if you haven't gotten the season yet. The Revision Zero is a very nice pulse. I've tested it in PvP and PVE. It has intrinsic anti-barrier, which is very useful in case you go into heist battlegrounds or activities like that where you're not bothered to put on any mods and you just want to put on an intrinsic weapon. Revision Zero is very good for that. And its sniper mode is very interesting, I'd say. It has the exact same um sensitivity as the normal pulse, which is quite weird and hard to get used to. But I think it's cool overall. It does, I think, around 20,000 damage to take a knight in the prophecy dungeon, which is very specific, but I think it doesn't increase damage based on how many targeting data bars you fill. It's more you get an additional sniper round put in your mag, depending on how many bars of targeting data you've gotten, which is, I mean, quite interesting. So, anyway, I will review it, get to what you should put on it, and yeah, so I hope you enjoy. So, with the Revision Zero Pulse, there are 4 intrinsic perk ability things which roll on the weapon. You've got Hunter's Trace and then 2, 3, and 4. These are not available to be acquired yet, and these unlock well, the second one unlocks additional barrels, the third one unlocks additional traits, and the fourth one unlocks additional stocks. So you cannot change the weapon until you've gotten different these intrinsics, except the magazines. You can only change the magazines because, well, for some reason. Then after step 32, 39, 46, and 53, so in 4 weeks time, all 4 catalysts will be able to be unlocked. Now, each intrinsic also gives bonus stats to the weapon. Intrinsic 4 makes the range 100, stability 60, handling 45, reload speed 43, and the magazine up to 44. I mean higher than 44. And so once you get the 4th intrinsic, there is no need for any range bonuses, because technically you've already gotten the maximum range, right? That means what you want is Flared Magwell, most likely, because that will grant you additional stability and reload speed, which is useful because it just grants your stats higher, because there is no point getting range if your range will already go up to 100. And your mag will most likely go from 36 to 44 anyway, so that is why you don't need stuff like a petted mag or extended mag, unless you want extra ammo on top of that. The best barrel to go for will most likely be something like fluted barrel. I mean, I don't know exactly how much range this gives you. We only know that it gives around about 19, but it will probably give us around, I'd say, 20, 25. which means that Fluted Barrel will increase the handling, and then your range will only be 96. Which doesn't matter too much, since, I mean, your range is already high anyway. But the best barrel will probably be either Fluted Barrel or Corkscrew Rifling, just get the stability and handling up. Small is good, but it does lower the handling a bit. And again, we'll already have max range, even if we go to 83 range. Now, the best trait or third column perk. Moving Target is very good for PvP, since it increases movement speed and target acquisition when moving while aiming down sights, which is good. The Storm is also good in PvP, because it becomes more accurate and boosts handling as your health gets lower. This will always proc in a duel, and increase your stats when you get low. Perpetual Motion is also useful, since it grants stability and handling and reload speed while the wielder is in motion, which is useful because then your stability will get pretty high, your handling will get pretty high, and your reload speed will get pretty high. This will be good in PvP and maybe in PVE. Will just feel better, you know. Elemental Capacitor, if you like Void or Arc or whatever, it'll increase the stat depending on your subclass. So Stasis, Arc, and Void would be pretty good. Solar, not as good, but as a Titan main, Solar isn't very good anyway in PvP, which is what I am going to be using this weapon for, but the anti-barrier rounds that this gun has would make it viable for PvE as well. Slick Draw is basically useless. It increases the handling, but decreases target acquisition, so that is a big no. I would avoid that at all costs. And Vorpal Weapon, in PvE and PvP, PvP against supers, PvE against bosses and champions, etc., this would be very good since it has the anti-barrier rounds. So Vorpal, if you're using this for PvE, like only PvE, or PvP as well, either or, Vorpal Weapon is the pick. Now for the stock. I think this is the first weapon, crafted weapon with customizable stocks. I think only exotics have stocks. And so the best stock to go for, the composite stock is good. And I mean, you want the handling and stability to be pretty equal, which is why the composite stock would probably be the best because it's versatile. But if this increases the recoil, then it is probably the hand lead stock, which would be the best. And for the catalyst, so you could either choose Frenzy, Feeding Frenzy, Under Pressure, Outlaw, or 4th times the charm. Now, in PvE, if you're rapidly damaging champions, it probably 4th times the charm will be good. So, if you're in the 4-shot mode and you shoot 4 shots, it will return 2 rounds of the mag. So that means 2 shots, 2 full 4 shots will return 4 rounds of the mag. So technically 8 shots will return 4. So every 8 shots, you will get another shot in the mag. Which is pretty good since you just do a lot of damage to the champion, stun him, and then probably switch to another weapon. Or you could go into the sniper mode and do around 20,000 damage to their head. Outlaw is decent. I'd say Under Pressure is the best in PvP. Outlaw and Feeding Frenzy, I would not pick. I would pick 4th times for PVE, and under pressure for PvP. So all in all, you want to go Hunter's Trace 4, either Corkscrew or yeah, it's mostly Corkscrew or maybe Fluted. You want to go Flared Magwell for the stability and handling. Either moving target or perpetual motion for moving target, perpetual motion, either storm or elemental capacity for PvP, depending on which you prefer, and vorpal weapon for PvE, and you can also use vorpal weapon in PvP if that's your jam. If you want to like shut down those supers, and then the most likely the hand laid stock as the stock, and 4th times for PvE and under pressure for PvP. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this review. Okay, that's it for the video basically. I hope you enjoyed it, and I don't know, recommend what you want to see next, as a few what spoiler kind of things. I've got a lot more build videos coming up, like Infinite Void shields, stuff like I don't know, whatever you guys want to see. I can, not to brag, but I could build anything if you guys need me to. I don't know, I can make some Warlock and Hunter builds once I get more exotics for them. I mean, I could make some Hunter builds pretty easily. Maybe not Warlock builds, but after a bit I could. Oh, I've got some pretty sick builds that could work, since, I don't know, a few weeks ago last season, Bungie said in the TWAB they would make glaives able to stack with exotic melee builds, exotic melee abilities, which means that a build which you use a glaive and the worm titan exotics, I forgot the name, but every melee kill you get increased melee damage, and glaives really easy to melee with, so you could get like tons of damage that way. No idea. And then close to melee, which is one of the new exotic glaive perks, which makes it so kills with firing or kills with melee increase the projectile damage, which could work well with this build. Anyways, I'm getting carried away. Revision 0, yes, very good. The 2 firing modes, 2 burst, definitely a lot better in PvP, which is that's what I found, and that's my opinion. The 4 burst is definitely better in PvE, since you've got faster fire rate and more bullets just to do more damage, and 4 bullets taking down a champion's barrier shield is a lot better than 2. Even though 2 does a lot more damage. I don't know. It's your opinion, basically. But, yeah. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment what you want me to do next. And I'll see you in the next one.